Good morning. I am going to talk to you today about something called a Punnet Square. A Punnet Square looks like this image that I have drawn here for you. And a Punnet Square is a tool used in heredity to predict what traits offspring may have or inherit from their parents. Another way of saying a definition of a Punnet Square is that it determines the probability or chance of inheriting a particular trait. So for some of you, your parents may have dark hair. Maybe mom and dad both have brown hair and you have blonde hair. Or maybe mom and dad have brown eyes and you have blue eyes. You would be able to do a Punnet Square, perform a Punnet Square, which again is this image here, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And that Punnet Square would be used to determine the possible traits that offspring could have. So when we look at Punnet Square, a couple things you need to know. On the top and the side of this Punnet Square, those are the parents' genes or alleles for the trait. So let's just say, in this case, we're talking about, let's use eye color. And if we need to be able to use the vocabulary that we used prior to this, so we'll say big B is dominant for being brown, and little b is recessive for blue. In this case, mom and dad both happen to have big B, little b. So mom and dad both have brown eyes. Now, it doesn't matter if this is mom, or this is mom, or this is dad, or this is dad, as long as on the outside of the Punnet Square you position the parents. And I'm going to go through that a couple of times. Now, we do something with these letters, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And these, once we put the letters within these four boxes, they, or the results, allow us to predict what the offspring could look like. So let's talk a little bit about how that could happen, or how do we set up a Punnet Square. So the first thing you need to do is you need to be given some information about the parents. So you have to know the parents' genotypes. So let's try this. Let's say mom has a genotype of big B, big B. And let's say dad has a genotype of big B, little b. Big B being dominant for brown eyes, and little b being recessive for blue eyes. So now I want to predict what kind of children, or what color eyes could children have if the parents had this. Now, a lot of times you'll see it said make a cross or make a Punnet Square, and you'll see it written like this because you're taking this parent and crossing it with this parent. So to make a Punnet Square, you start out by making a window. Remember when you make windows on houses, or when you were little, if you used to do that? That's kind of what a window looks like. And then you're going to take either parent's genes. It doesn't matter. I'm going to use two colors here just so you can see what's happening. I'm actually even going to go over these letters here in the blue. So I'm going to take the parent in red and stick it here. Doesn't matter where I stick it, whether I stick it here or here, it doesn't matter, okay? I'm just picking that location. I'm going to take the blue genes, or it's still brown eyes, sorry, the blue color that I'm using, and put them on the side. Now, to fill in the Punnet Square, whatever's on the top comes down. So there's a big B on the top of this column. I pop them here and here. There's a big B on the top of this column. Same thing. Kind of like hops down into each box. And then the same is true for the side. Whatever's on the side goes across. So this B is in this row, so he's going to hop here and here. And then the little b is going to hop along here and then here. Now, in the boxes, let's say in this box, in this box here, you had put little b, big B. This and this mean the same thing. So you wouldn't lose points for putting the lowercase letter in front of the capital, or the capital in front of the lowercase. You're going to see it done this way more just because it looks better, okay? There's not really a right or wrong at this point, okay? When you get to high school, your teacher may ask you to put the capital letter in the front, okay? Just because that's how you're going to see it more. Now, once we've done that, and we're going to do some more practice, what kind of questions could we ask? So I might say, what are possible phenotypes for the offspring? And you need to remember the word phenotype is the physical trait, so the word for the trait. So So now we know from this cross that they can either have brown eyes or blue eyes because there's only two possible traits. The only way, remember, that we're going to show blue eyes is to have two little b's. Do any of these boxes have two little b's? No. So the only possible one is having brown eyes. Now, something I should have said before, and I didn't, each box here has to equal a percentage. So if all four boxes together equal 100%, what do you think one box is going to equal? 25%. So it's just like in a dollar where there's 4 quarters in a dollar. Each box is 25, 25, 25, and 25. Okay? So one box is 25%. 2 is 50. 3 is 75. 4 is 100. So if I ask you to tell me the phenotypes in percentage, you would say 100% brown eyes. What if I said, what percent is big B, big B? What percent is big B, little b? And then lastly, what percent is little b, little b? Now you'd have to go through the Punnet square and figure it out. So let's see, what percent is big B, big B? Well, I have it in this box and I have it in this box. So 2 out of those 4 boxes would give me half, but I need a percent, so that's 50%. Now, what about big B, little b? I have it here. Let's use another color so I don't confuse anybody. I have it here, and I have it here. So again, 2 out of 4 boxes, that's giving me 50% again. Now it's asking, well, what percentage here is little b, little b? No little b, little b. No little b, little b, no little b, little b, no little b, little b. So it's 0%. It's okay to have things like 0 and 100%. That's perfectly acceptable. So I'm going to stop this video here so it's not too long, and I'm going to make another one with just a couple more practice questions for you to see with doing Punnet squares.